What's up, everyone? I'm Damien,
And I'm Nick.
and this is the Aki Culture Club.
What's going on, boys and girls and everybody in between? Welcome to episode 47 of the Aki Culture Club. And we got a banger for you today.
Such a good one.
Such a good one. So many shows.
Lots of new shows.
Yeah, it's hard to keep. Honestly, it's hard to keep track of them all. I had to check my list a couple times to make sure I watched them all. And turns out I didn't even watch them all.
That's okay, though, because we're doing more than we ever have before.
Yeah.
Because of anticipation that Fenna will be ending next week. And then if we drop one, which could happen, I don't know. We'll see. But we can start with our lovely and faithful Fenna,
Pirate Princess. Well, a lot happened that we're supposed to do our thing.
Yeah, what's our thing?
In three sentences. Okay,
yep,
you want to go first?
Yep. So I love the crew that defends Fenna. I think Captain Abel is actually a crazy fucking person. And I think this show may have turned into To Your Eternity.
You think?
Yeah, I'll discuss.
All right, good. Mine was Mom showed up and was more concerned with her ex-boyfriend than her daughter. April's clapping ghost cheeks. And who the hell is Coconut Head?
Oh my God. Okay, so we're definitely getting much better at these three words and these three sentences. So yeah, just from the jump, they just nonchalantly just made it into Eden together. Like I thought there was gonna be some cool descent, but
yeah, it just starts off with them walking into it. And we last week we talked about we don't think we're actually going to see Eden. We thought it was going to be a cliffhanger and then we're just going to see it. But yeah, the whole episode takes place there.
Yeah, it really does. And I know I said last week, I was like, oh man, I really hope this show doesn't end. I don't think it will. And then this episode is At Mission's End is the name of it. So it's yeah, this show's definitely going to end. And so I can see why they were just yeah, we're taking you right up to Eden. We're going to walk right in and we're going to get this show on the road. They're like, chop, we're doing this shit.
Yeah. But so you think it's over? You think this is it?
I think so. Yeah.
There's just so many unfinished stories that they'd have to do in one episode.
That's true. Because we still don't know where Key is at. He is out there somewhere.
Yeah, dude. When fucking Coconut Head showed up, but he was in the form of her dad, who's not really her dad.
Mm-hmm.
I was then it saw Yukimaru's face pan to him, and he was like, "What are you doing here?" And I thought it was gonna be Key or Kai or whatever, but no, it was Coconut Head.
Yeah, and he said in the story that is you, their roles ended with their deaths, right? Or her deaths. And I was like, what does that mean? Mm-hmm. And then we see her father, not father, and then the kid Cody, or I don't even know if he's a kid. And then he says, I am the storyteller.
Yeah. Is he God?
I don't know. So I said, is this To Your Eternity? Is it they have a narrator or a beholder or whatever, and they just have someone overlooking the entirety of the story, guiding the hand of what's happening. Mm-hmm. And that's why I was like, oh, this feels like it's going to be To Your Eternity. And that's why I don't know necessarily if it will end, now that I'm thinking about it. But I don't know. I can't see we get up there and we're just congratulations, you won the prize. Yeah. And you know what, that one dude, that one pirate, he was or not pirate, he's part of the English Armada. He's just oh my God, I found everything. And I had laughed oh, he said I found it, he had wanted to found the treasure. Captain Abel just came on, went boom, just blasted him. Nope. I was like, oh
yeah.
Oh damn.
So you saw Captain Abel's eyes turn red?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So when it first happened, I was like, is this because he mentioned anyone else goes crazy over the treasure, they're dead too. Mm-hmm. So I was like, does that mean when the eyes go red, they're captivated by the treasure, a curse almost? But it happened to only him, no one else. So what was that?
They didn't tell us. They did not tell us what the red eyes meant. It almost felt like it was almost not rage, but he was overcome with. It almost felt like he's overcome with the fact that he was gonna see Helena, or he thought he was going to, which he confirms he does end up finding her. But I have no idea. It could be rage, it could be lust, it could be love, it could be anticipation, it could be any of those things.
Yeah, it was, but he was like possessed.
Yeah, and I think that's the whole thing. Like he's possessed by the witch. That's Helena,
Yeah.
you know.
Okay. Oh yeah, I guess that makes sense. The whole witch thing that we had from a couple episodes ago makes sense now. But Fenna has yet to do that to anyone.
Yes,
Right.
absolutely. She has not yet to do that.
Now tell me this: how in this whole series nobody has like stood a chance against Yukimaru, like in a fight at all? He just wipes the floor with anyone, and of course, Abel of all people is able to stab him.
It's almost like I don't really believe it, or it was almost like a plot hole at that point. Because, like, you're right, no one was able to take down Yukimaru at all during the entirety of the show, and all of a sudden, Captain Abel, old ass Captain Abel, because that dude's kind of old. Like, I don't know how old. I don't want to say, like, I don't know, but I want to say kind of older than say he's like in his 50s, but he's definitely not as spry
Right.
as Yukimaru is in his early 20s. You know.
Yeah.
And yeah, I don't know. Maybe it was the eye thing again. Like he just got overtaken and he gets like a buff or something like that, and he's able to fight Yukimaru. But it just goes to show how great Yukimaru is with being able, no pun intended, being able to dodge those bullets. You know?
Yeah, it just seemed like I said, of course, Abel is the one who can like stand a chance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of just like it's a little plot holy. A little bit.
We got to talk more about Coconut Head. Like,
Oh,
what? He has been no one this whole show. We've talked to him before, and he didn't, like, maybe that's good writing, maybe that's bad writing, but like he didn't give off any vibes of like being an omniscient being. And then we see him walking through the forest on the island, and it's like he's like walking, and then he switches bodies, and then he switches back in between the trees. And I think he switched with Lena's dad, Fenna's dad. That's not her dad.
yeah.
I don't really know. And it's just like at that point I was like, all right, who is this guy? And then it just turns out, he appears there, and he's like the puppet master.
So is it Cody? Is it Coconut Head, or is it the storyteller, narrator, beholder taking the form of Coconut Head? Because you're right, we really didn't see him much. We did see him talk to Fenna at one point when she was captured by Captain Abel. And we also saw, I think, a little bit of like him turning over a hourglass as well. So like maybe he is like very important. He is the narrator in this show, and we just never knew it. And he was just kind of always a figure that was there.
Yeah, I mean, he was, anytime Abel was there, he was there.
That's also true.
It just weirded me out a little bit. I mean, it was just me. I don't know. Why him?
Why him? Yeah, maybe like would it have been better to be somebody else or someone we've never seen before though?
Yeah.
You think so?
If like some like angel came out of Eden and was like, I've been controlling you the whole time, that kind of would have been better.
Oh, you think? Okay. It's interesting. I don't know if I necessarily, and it's not a bad thing that I disagree. I feel like just having some rando character. What is that called? Deus Machina or Machina? Something Deus Machina. It's where like they're just like this. There's like this point of contention through the entirety of the show, and then all of a sudden, like the savior character kind of just shows up and like remediates everything. I don't know. I don't think that would have been a vibe for me. But then again, like, who's this Coconut Head kid just coming out of nowhere? Like, the entirety of the show, he didn't give off any vibes that he was of importance.
Right. It's just, I guess we'll find out in the next episode who he really is. It's just like, meh,
Yeah, no, that's true. You're just kind of like, okay. But how do we know that he isn't just taking the form of Coconut Head?
We don't.
Okay.
So, yeah, I don't know. And also I'm kind of like griping a lot about Fenna this week, but what was the point of getting to Eden?
I don't know.
There was no the whole outcome of this, unless something else happens next episode, was for Abel to die and be reunited with Helena. Other than that, Helena's just like, to Fenna, she was just like, "Oh yeah, you'll figure it out. You know, do your own thing," and that was it.
I have no idea. You're right. What is the point? Because I felt like up until Fenna got caught, like after, like when they found out the coordinates, and then before she got caught, they were like, "We're gonna go to El Dorado," and then after she got caught, she was like, "We're gonna go to Eden instead." And I was like, "Okay, that's a weird. I don't know why we're not thinking about El Dorado or Key or whatever." And then now we're in Eden, and it's like, "Oh, okay, we're here. Like Noah's Ark is here. You know, like where are we going next?" Like, I don't know. Maybe it's like to discover who she is or who she is as a person. Is that
Yeah,
what she's gonna find in Eden?
that was like her whole motivation, but her mom just left and was like, she said like 3 words to her, and she's like, "Oh, I see ya." You know, she
Yeah,
cared. She dealt with Abel. I guess she saved them because she killed Abel.
I guess. But like, and she did. His homie went up in flames. There, he was just like, he's just like, and then I was like, damn, damn. Like he got his arm cut off, and then all of a sudden he's up in like a purplish flame. I was like, that sucks, homie. You did.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
no,
he
I had no
did.
idea what the point is. Actually, we're sitting here 11 episodes in. We picked this up in the middle of the summer, and we have no clue.
Yeah.
Damn.
Well, they got one episode to tell us, I guess.
You know, so this is going to go in two separate directions, right? Either they wrap everything up, and we find out like, and then the show is over. We find out what's in Eden, why they're there. The show wraps up, done.
Mhm.
Or they get to the end of into Eden, and it just opens up an entire new plot point that they need to now explore to figure out something else, and they need to
Right.
go and explore that.
I'm hoping it's that one where they go explore more, but it's awfully convenient that the storyteller shows up in the last episode and can just explain everything, much like Promise Neverland did with the slideshow, and just explain everything, and then it's over.
And it's over. Dude, that slideshow, I'm sorry, was so fucking annoying that we went through all that dog shit 10 episodes and one was a recap just for them to just be like, yeah, here's seasons worth of content in one photo. Boom, 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 boom. It's like, dude, those all could have been their own seasons.
Mm.
Like those are all important story arcs that you just went over with a photo. I'm sorry, we're getting off track.
I was just saying, it's convenient.
It is convenient that they just showed up. But that's the thing. Like, could the storyteller show up and be like, "Hey, you've made to the middle checkpoint. Congratulations, you found Eden. Now go find El Dorado. Like, so and so like lineage is now up like upset at you, and then all of a sudden they have to run on over and figure that out."
Yeah, it's like you said, it could go one of two ways. I'm hoping it goes the better way. But it's possible. It would suck if they built up this whole lore and like importance over Fenna and what her fake dad did and her mother and Eden just for it to end.
Yeah, I I would be remiss if we were to never see these characters ever again.
Right.
Especially the ones that are in the goblins. Like they are such good characters, and we never saw one of the twins die. You know, I thought that was gonna happen. I thought that was gonna happen this episode. I'm like, oh, if they're about to get attacked, one of the twins is dying. Like, let's wrap this up now.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Or Kai. I haven't seen him yet either.
No, we haven't. So who knows where he's at? He might show up in the last episode. It might be a battle between him and Yukimaru. And then Yukimaru dies. And then Fenna goes on to the rest of Eden by herself. And boom, she has to take care of herself. And that's the lesson that she learns all along, that she needs to be the protector of her own life.
And that's it. That's a wrap. 12 episodes done.
Fenna.
Next week we'll tell a lot. It's going to be a good show if it continues, or it's going to get a bad rating if it ends.
Oh yes. And then we'll just look forward to the next Adult Swim Crunchyroll crossover show.
Yes.
I think I sent that to you, but I have no idea what it's called or what it was about. But you knew what it was about.
Is that the one that's like about like a video game.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
I
gonna
had
be good.
Yeah, I never have heard of it before, but apparently you did, so that's cool.
No, Google told me.
Oh damn. Okay, never mind. Never mind. Um, yeah. So that's Fena, and we'll see what happens in our next week. That's it.
So what do we got next?
Um, let's hop into Platinum End.
Good choice.
Thank you.
This one's up there for me so far. I know it's
Oh,
only been
me
2
too.
episodes, but it's just the possibilities that this show could have. I think we harped about it a lot last week.
Mm-hmm.
Just, yeah.
There's a lot. So there's gonna be 24 episodes. It's not a 12 episode banger, which I think is good because it's kind of moving a little teensy bit slow, but that's okay because we don't want to just jump right into things.
Mhm.
This could go in so many different directions, I feel like.
I
And
completely agree.
didn't, so like my 3 sentence is Sad Boy has no interest in being in God. Sad Boy does now have an interest in being God. Sad Boy is now in tournament arc. He just was like fluctuating the entire episode. He's like, oh, I don't want to do it. Just take my wings. Just Mariah was just like, take my wings. I don't want to do this. She's like, all the God candidates were kind of like gonna like off themselves. So like, you can't do that because like you'll die.
That's something I wrote down. Isn't it weird to think that every one of these candidates is someone who tried to kill themselves? Like,
yeah,
like we found out the comedian was a candidate, and like we learned throughout the episode, he's kind of like a D-list comedian. So like it makes sense that he wanted to kill himself. But like when we first met him, I'm sorry, that was rude. But when we first met him,
Jesus Christ.
You know, I mean, it's a cartoon, but
fuck.
But when we first met him, I was like, oh, he tried to kill himself, and now he's got an angel.
Yes, and then he ends up dying because the hero of justice is coming in, and he's just like, I guess the hero of justice, he sees this as like, I'm just gonna kill every other guardian as the way to become God, which is, I don't think that was like a rule that they said that you needed to do.
Mm-hmm.
Like it wasn't like get rid of the other ones, it was, or the other like guardian candidates or the God candidates. It was just like be the best, or like
We don't really know.
Yeah, we don't. We were just saying like, or maybe we'll find out who, like what the rant, like what the qualifications are, what you have to do, but they never explicitly said like the others need to die.
Yeah, it's a lot like Squid Game. I don't know if you've watched it yet.
I have not. Is it
okay? Well, it's good. I'm not going to spoil anything, but one way to win the game is to eliminate all the other players.
Ah, okay.
So it's the same thing. Just like you're going to win if there's no one to go against you.
That's true. That's true. I think that's in the same vein what this hero of justice has considered him, like how he's going to win. And like we know the hero of justice is the dude with the white hair because we got to see like a half sliver of his face. And he's also the dude that's on the front cover of the show. So
I didn't know that.
Yeah, so he's going to have, I think, a lot of importance. I think he's on the front cover. Or is that Mirai?
I don't know. So if you keep saying hero of justice, are we talking about this, the robot guy, right?
Yeah.
Metropolitan.
Well, I think that's what the name of the episode is Hero of Justice.
Yeah.
So I think that's like Metropolitan Man is what that's who I thought they were interchangeable.
Okay. Yeah, I just wanted to say that that's a really dumb name. Metropolitan Man.
Horrifically bad.
I hated that.
Oh, it's terrible. Oh, it's terrible. You could tell that the I don't know what they were thinking. They, Death Note was so great, and I don't think names were their strong suit though.
No. Yeah, I mean, Light and L.
And come on now.
Yeah. See, there's so many comparisons like to Death Note though, like with all the rules where you can shoot someone with an arrow and they'll fall in love with you, but it's only for 33 days and you can only shoot them one time. It's like all these like contingencies, and something Death Note had as well.
Yes, you're right. It was that something Death Note had, and Light was so intelligent and was able to like use those really, really well. I don't know about our current character though. Like there are a lot of contingencies, but I don't necessarily know if he's capable of like intricately following through with every single contingency and creating the best case scenario for each one.
Right, which is cool. Like we don't want another Death Note. Death Note was great. So it's a new story, and I want to like, how does this guy who's more like emotional, where Light was like it's pure analytical, get his
True.
way, navigate these rules.
No, that's actually really true. It's almost like we're going to see like it is a different character, and we are going to see the way that this character does navigate himself through all these contingencies, because he doesn't want to kill anyone. It seems like he doesn't want anyone to really fall in love with him. He wants, I can see the extension of him like using the red arrow to have people do things for him, like having his uncle turn himself in.
Yeah, which was cool. That was a cool thing. His whole goal is to be happy. Like that's his driving force.
That's all he wants. He wants to be happy, and then when you are happy, try to get more happiness.
Yeah, it's good.
That's it.
It's a good summary of life. Dude, the best part of this episode though was when he's like, all right, he saw the angel when he was walking to school, and he's like, all right, just act natural. And he takes like 2 steps, and the angel just appears in front of him.
And he like looks down at him, and the angel had butt wings, and he was like, what the fuck? I was like, well, you definitely blew your cover there, unfortunately.
Yeah, that should be the name of our episode, Act Natural. That's a good name.
Write that down.
Clip
it. Act natural for the butt angel. He did have butt wings, so that was really interesting.
Yeah.
I was like, what are you doing? The lower back would have made more sense, but like really just throwing it right on his ass cheeks was something else. That was a very interesting artistic take.
Yeah. We've said it many times though. Like I'm very excited to see where this show goes.
Oh, me too. I'm very stoked on it because I don't know where it's gonna. It's some people say that it's really good, and some people are like, "Oh, Hunty, you guys are in for a rude awakening." But I don't know. We'll see.
I didn't want to hear that.
I don't want to hear that either. It's all, who knows? It's mostly, the thing about it is we have to realize that when we're reading things on the internet, it's a lot of shitlord people just want to have a negative opinion. Like, bro, I was, not to get too off topic, but sometimes on my anime list, I like to read the people, like the reviews that people write for shows. Some people put a lot of effort and time into writing really lengthy, articulate, well thought out reviews. Some people don't, but I like to go into like people's profiles if they strike me as interesting. I'll click on it and I'll go through their profile. And I stumbled upon someone's profile that was literally every popular anime that they have ever watched, they were rating it a 2 or a 3. They had watched over 500 episodes of One Piece and gave it a 2. And yeah, and those are some of the people that are like, yeah, Demon Slayer's mid, Platinum Ends like gets like sucks, like shit like that. And you're just like, why should anyone, like, I don't know if I should necessarily listen to you because you think everything is bad.
Yeah, and some people are just negative.
Yeah, some people are extremely negative, and I got to be honest, like I'm not really like an elitist like that. I'm neither you, so like we just like fun shit. So I don't really know if their opinion is really pertinent to like our perception of shows.
Our ranking scale is a lot different than something like that.
Yes, it is. And then on the flip side, people have like 10,000 shows watched. And I'm like, how does this person have 10,000 shows watched? I click into their profile and they're just like ranking all, like they're just like putting all the hentai that they watch into it too. And it's like, are you serious? You got some balls to be doing that. Like you just out here, every hentai you've ever watched, you're just like, yeah, I'm going to click that as complete. And like, okay, I guess like, yeah, I can see why you have 10,000,
Yeah, that's like a weekend, man. 10,000, it's easy.
Easy numbers. Come on now. But yeah, Platinum End, we're excited to see where it ends up going.
Sir, can we go into Blue Period next?
We can. We absolutely can.
Can I have my 3-sentence summary? Because I think it's the whole episode.
Go for it. Let's hear
it. Boy gets better at art.
Mm-hmm.
Mom doesn't approve of art.
Mm-hmm.
Graduation was very nice.
So mine's actually like pretty similar. I have sad boy wants to go to art school. Sad boy improves his art. Sad boy goes to Tokyo University of Arts.
Yep,
that's the episode.
That's pretty much it.
Now, there is one point that I did like want to cover with this episode, and so this is a scene and this is like, for a little bit for the older crowd than shonen stuff. And it does have those slice of life components, so obviously you can't just be sitting here and be like, well, everyone was nervous for the club assignment. Oh, he's constantly comparing himself to others, but like a little bit deeper than that is something that I want to touch upon. When his teacher was giving him, like, she was going over all the paintings that everyone had done, and while he gave the one girl who ended up getting the big scholarship, like, really in-depth, articulate, like, advice that was kind of like it was kind of like almost like tough love advice, but to him, she gave him like, you're doing really well in your shading. I just kind of wanted to talk about the whole idea of like, what's the appropriate amount of criticism to give somebody at different stages of their journey in trying or doing something new. He was mad that he wasn't getting like the harsh criticism, but at the same time, it's almost like if we were playing like lacrosse, for example, like, and they're brand new, like, you wouldn't be like, your field vision is not good enough. You need to be able to know when someone's sliding, when they're doing like a 3-7, like a 3-4-3 or whatever. And instead of just being like, you're doing really well and getting ground balls today. Right. You wouldn't necessarily say that to someone who's brand new. You don't want to like kill their spirits.
Right. But he's the super analytical, hardworking kind of guy. And he wants the criticism. But I think you're right. That is a really good analogy with the cross. Like, he doesn't have the tool belt yet to really like judge the way that he's using them.
Precisely.
Yeah, it's just,
that's a good analogy. He doesn't have the tool belt. He doesn't have the tools in his tool belt to be able to do the things that he's necessarily thinking he deserves of his criticism,
Right. Yeah.
Like, the teacher can't just give him technical things to do in his art when he doesn't even understand or have a full grasp of like shading or composition, or even like understanding to use the pencil as a means to kind of like judge the distance. Like, I didn't know that. I'm not an artist. I don't know art really well, but like, it's interesting. Are you ripping ass, bro?
No.
Oh shit! I thought
there's something outside.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
No, it's okay. I was like, yeah, I don't know if I had to edit that out. Definitely gonna edit that part out. But I'm sorry, I was something that was outside. I apologize.
I think you should keep it in.
That's definitely going at the end.
Yeah, keep that
in. That's definitely going at the end. That's definitely staying in.
How do we get back now?
Yeah. So, at the end of the day, like, I just want to say, like, save the heavy criticism for when you're further along.
Yeah.
And just enjoy the process of anything that you're doing new in life.
That's wise words from Damien.
Yes, absolutely.
Write that down. Everybody else, write that down.
Write that down. And then finally, I also loved at the very end the way that he described art to his mother was so moving, and really shows you that art does have this way of expressing thoughts, feelings, and emotions without actually saying them in words. And I just thought that was really special.
Yeah, it was nice. He drew the picture for her. It's like, yeah, it kind of like, it reminded me, it was like, I wish I could do that.
Yeah.
To give someone special.
Yes. It did make you feel like, damn, I really wish I could draw like that, like, it made me motivated to be like, dang, I should really, pick up a pen and start doing a little bit more. Yeah. This show, I think, for us is like a huge change of pace. So like, I don't know. I feel like, and if anyone's listening, how we can improve on talking about something that's not super like action oriented or has a crazy backstory, or we foresee something crazy going to be happening in the future. Um, how does one talk about these types of slice of life's slow burn, more intense as it goes along shows? That's what I would like to know.
I would, yeah. Write in the comments. Let us know.
Yes.
Yeah. All right.
Speaking of intense, Nick,
what's next?
the weirdest, I would say I don't know how to describe this one. The world's finest assassin gets reincarnated as an aristocrat.
Weird.
Okay, this episode, very interesting magic skill system.
Yes.
The proper time skip, like I'm glad that they went from baby to 7. Like that was perfect.
Mm.
Some definite weird scenes.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Now, do you have a 3-sentence for this?
I do. We got to kill the hero. Imagine being aware of your own birth. And this dude's a 40-year-old, 7-year-old.
Yes. So from the very jump, like, well, let's talk about when he was still an adult before he got reincarnated. There are 123,851 skill cards. The hero has 30 skill cards, and he's only allowed to pick 5 of those. He selected Rapid Recovery, Spell Weaver, Limitless Growth, and Martial Arts. And we don't know what the 5th one is.
Yeah, but he was like, this is a D rank skill. Like, are you crazy?
Yes. So it's going to be something insane.
Yes.
Which I think. And then he ended up just picking all 4 attributes. Like, I don't know how that one worked.
Yeah, I didn't know he was allowed to do that.
Yeah, it was kind of weird that he was like, these are the 5 or 6, and I'm going to pick all 4. And you're like, oh okay. And then there's light and dark, which I'm like, that's going to come back further along.
Yeah, of course.
Like, we're the light side, we're the dark attributes, and we're going to be cool. And then he gets born.
Yes.
And you said something in your summary that, like, imagine being aware of your own birth.
Yeah.
But just think about how fucking boring that would be.
Being a little baby and not being able to do anything.
You're just like sitting there. Oh my God. It's like, damn, that has to be boring. Like, you can't cognitively do anything. You can't go anywhere. You can't speak. You just forcibly have to shit your pants. You know what I'm saying? Like, you knowingly just have to crap your pants. Like, that would be
I didn't think about this.
That would just suck, you know?
That like, sucks so bad. You get milk, you go to sleep, you throw it up, you poop it out, you get more milk, and then you go to sleep again, and that's your whole life.
That is, and you're aware the entire time for years. That's what you're. Well, I guess like after you can like crawl and walk, you might be a little bit like, okay, this is maybe not as bad, but man, those first few months, woo,
yeah,
annoying.
That would be. Honestly, that's kind of the worst thing.
It's got to be.
Yeah, that's awful.
And you know what the thing is, and this happened when he was reincarnated as a child. I didn't know that when we first started watching it, he was going to be. This was like a from birth isekai, because some aren't. You're just isekai'd and you're just there as who you were, like as a person. And I thought based off the first episode that was going to happen. And for some reason, I've noticed that in all the isekais from birth, they all have to deal with like, now don't be a weirdo when you're breastfeeding, or like, you know, and like Mushiko Tensei does this, like as like the dude's like a 30-year-old dude in like an 11-year-old kid's body. And like, it's just like weird shit, you know? Mm-hmm. Like that's an adult man in an 11-year-old's body, just like looking at like, it's just weird, you know?
Yeah.
And when they did this, I was like, please don't be weird. Please don't be weird. And it was like, okay, they skipped from the babies to a 7-year-old. I was like, great. And then like his dad has to do like a body inspection.
That's weird.
And I was like, that's fucking weird, bro.
Gave you some real creeper vibes at first.
It really did. And I was like, why are we doing this? And then he's like, I have to do this every week. I'm like, that's fucking unnecessary.
Yeah.
Like that's horrifically unnecessary. Actually, I don't think that that's something that needs to happen. Just like knowingly how like you go to the gym and you're just like, oh, I work out 6 days a week. I'm not. No one's in the mirror like, oh, did my muscle like did my arms grow or anything like that? You don't do that. It takes months.
Yeah, it is very weird. They are medical people, like the best medical people.
Yeah, but we didn't see that in Hunter x Hunter though, Nick. Like Kilo was an assassin, and we didn't see the old like what's his Uldrich's older name? Oh geez, I forget the dad's name. But we didn't see that happen, you know?
No, we didn't. No, we didn't. Could have had underwear on too.
Yeah, could have, you know. I was like, damn, why are we doing this?
It's a little weird.
Like I knew that I knew this was a show from like Redo of Healer. So I knew there was going to be like some component of edginess, but I thought it was going to be like more like fighting edginess or like killing edginess, not just like inspection naked edginess.
Yeah, where his mom like pulls him into her chest.
Yeah, it's like that.
Just, like he knows what's going on and she doesn't. Also, aren't they weirded out that he speaks like a 40-year-old?
Yeah, I know, right? Like you have the vocabulary of a 40-year-old, you know? They're like, oh, you're so good at flattery. And it's just like, this is weird.
It's weird.
It's like, I hope weirdness is over. And like we both begrudgingly gotten through that weird parts. Yeah. But I will say though, if like there is weird shit that continues, if there's anything like worse than that, it's definitely going to be like a drop for sure.
Yeah.
Like I don't know, like I definitely do that. Like if shit gets too weird, I end up just dropping it. You know,
I mean, it's kind of unnecessary. Like, yeah, you don't need that for the story.
It's just definitely don't need that for a good story.
Yeah, it's just kind of like to make you uncomfortable.
Yeah, which
it did.
It certainly did for sure.
Mission accomplished.
Yeah, for sure. That's the rise. If that's the edginess, like rise, like oh, that's I guess they got it, But I don't know. Like now we know that like there's magic in this show, and like his dad can give him like the mystic eyes, and like he's still going to go through his like training like course, I guess. Like now he's going to learn magic in the next episode. Like I'm excited to see where this goes, but I don't know. I could see this being a drop.
I mean, it's one I wasn't very excited for. So let's give it. We got to give it all 3 though. Give it the 3-episode try.
I think so. We'll give it the 3-episode try. We'll know in the next episode, I think. And that's all. We'll know if we're going to be continuing with this one.
Yeah, I wouldn't be that upset, but one more. We gotta do one more.
Yeah, me too. One more. We'll figure it out. Okay, now that one's out of the way. We have a few more.
We got left. We got Demon Slayer and we got 86.
We got Demon Slayer and 86. And
which one?
Then we'll tack top. We're gonna save for next week.
Yeah. So I watched this episode like during the day, or my episodes during the day, and it came out at 12 o'clock. And when I looked, it was before 12 o'clock. So I thought it wasn't out. I thought like maybe it was just they did 2 episodes right off the bat, and then I don't know. So I missed it. Sorry, guys.
No worries. We'll pick that one up at the end. Yeah. Or next week. Yeah, Demon Slayer.
Yeah, it's the movie.
Episode 2. It's the movie. Episode 2, Deep Sleep. Nick, you said you watched 30 minutes of the movie.
I saw everything that happened.
You saw everything. Okay, cool. So, I'm trying to think how to go about this. What did you? I don't know if I should ask you. What did you see up to?
I pretty much saw up until Tanjiro breaks out of the sleep.
Okay. So we do know, you at least know. Well, I guess spoiler alert. I mean, everyone's seen this movie, I suppose. So like, yeah, spoiler alert. Like, they have to break out of the dreams.
Yeah.
But in this episode, we got to see Rengoku like fight a little bit more.
Yeah, but
which.
Oh no! Yeah. So when I froze.
Yeah.
Am I back?
Okay, you're back.
Okay. When Rengoku fought the two demons, was that all a dream? Because right after that, it pans back to them sleeping.
Mm-hmm.
So that was a dream of him fighting those demons. He didn't actually fight demons, or did he?
In the cart?
Yeah.
Um, I don't think so. I don't know. I think he fought them and then he fell asleep, right? But
I don't know.
the ticket dude clipped their ticket and put them to sleep.
And yeah, and then the demons came.
Then the demons came.
Yeah, I think that was Rengoku's dream of them fighting the demons.
Well, did you, if you saw the 30 minutes of the movie, did you see his dream at all?
I don't remember what his
Okay,
dream is.
okay. Yeah, so his dream doesn't take place on the train.
Okay.
Like all their dreams take place in different places and none of them are on the train. So I don't know if him being there was a dream or not.
Okay. I mean, yeah, I could just have been confused. It was awesome. I love watching him fight.
Yeah, me too. It's like, you know, it's hard because the show, like the movie, we're talking about like something that already happened.
Yeah.
Like the movie's been out, but him as a fighter, and I think like the way that they referred to him as like Big Bro Rengoku is really endearing.
Mm-hmm.
And he is so strong. He is the Flame Shira, so like his ability to use fire breathing, I think, is super awesome.
Mm-hmm.
And we get a little bit of a glimpse into Tanjiro's, like, he asks him about his, like, he says, "What color sword do you use?" And he goes, "I use black." And he's like, "Oh, that sucks, because I know no Hashiras that have ever used a black sword." And I don't know. Do you think this is going to be some sort of like, just Demon Slayer as a whole is going to be some sort of like Avatar situation?
What do you mean, Avatar?
Like he's just going to master every element and then just be the everything Hashira,
No,
kind of like Avatar's like knows all four elements.
I don't. Because Rengoku was like, there's always been a flame and a water Hashira at all times, and Tanjiro is the water guy.
Mm-hmm.
So he's gonna become the next water Hashira. That's what I think.
Oh, okay. Dang.
But his dad did the flame breathing, right?
Yeah, his dad did the flame dance.
Yeah. What if he did? What if he is? What if he's the master of all four elements? Only he can stop them. The world needed him most. He vanished.
That's Tanjiro. He vanished. We don't know where he went. But
yeah, maybe. I mean, the MC is always the strongest, right?
Yeah, I guess. Yeah. Well, I mean, is Naruto the strongest? I don't really know.
And you'll find out.
I mean, we were always talking about how Kakashi is so strong and how Guy Sensei is strong somehow. And, Sasuke's got the eye, and what's he going to finna do? He can copy any jutsu,
Mm-hmm.
And then you got Buggy all Naruto over there. Like, not to deject too much from Demon Slayer, but just in Naruto, just watch Choji take on the big old fat dude, and it was the battle of the sumo wrestlers. You know what I'm saying?
So you're in the Sound 4 guys?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good spot to be.
Oh, it's a great spot to be. And like big ups to Choji though. Like I did not know he was gonna flex like that.
With the food pills?
Yeah, with the food pills.
Yeah.
It's funny. Like I'm guessing like the dude eats so much, like he has to be using like calories as a way to like fight.
Mm-hmm.
Like that has to be a thing. And like it's just cool to see, like, I don't know, a character that just doesn't get much love in the 120 episodes that I've watched so far kind of get his moment,
Mm-hmm.
and like really prove himself as a shinobi. And it was really endearing. But now they still have to fight the other three.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know. It's such a good show. I don't know where it's going.
I can't tell you. I don't want to ruin it for you.
Don't ruin it. Don't ruin it. Don't ruin it.
Got a lot of good battles coming up. I'll say that much.
Good. Like in this arc, or?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Some really good ones. Yeah.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah, but get back to Demon Slayer.
Yeah.
Because people want to hear,
They want to know about the demon stuff.
Yeah, dude, why'd they have to do Tanjiro like that in his dream? I felt so bad.
Oh my God, his family, his poor family.
Dude, he had such a, he's like the nicest person. He had the nicest life, like super close knit family, and they're all dead.
And they're all
And
dead.
the dream, oh man, he's crying in his dream and crying in real life. It just felt so bad for him.
I did too. I just have like this crazy suspicion that like even in his dream, I don't think his dad was there.
Mhm.
Right?
Yeah.
And Nezuko wasn't there either, right?
Not yet.
In the dream?
She wasn't there in the dream. I think she comes later in the dream, if I remember the movie correctly.
I wanna keep an eye out on that, because if she's not in the dream and his dad's not in the dream, I like low key think his dad might be alive still.
You think?
I think so.
He never really talks about his dad or like what happened to him.
No, he wasn't there when everyone got murdered, right?
No.
Yeah. So like, I think he's alive still.
Be a nice twist.
He's somewhere. He's chilling somewhere, Nick.
Yeah. Huh. You knew that like the big baddie demons always talk. They're like more human like and they talk. So like when those two demons, yeah. So when those two demons like Rengoku fought them and slayed them instantly, like you knew that they weren't really the real bad guys.
Yeah, you're right. Because they don't, the big baddies do speak.
Yeah, they're human like.
Yeah, they're like the one that we saw dream. What, she's a lower one or a lower two.
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me. And yeah, like her fight is crazy.
Yeah, I can't wait.
Her fight's insane. Wait until you see that. You're gonna look and be like, what the fuck is going on? Like, how the fuck did that, like, it's some shit that like I've never seen before.
Yeah.
That she pulls off. Yeah.
I believe it.
Is
It's such a good show. It's like the perfect balance of like action and darkness and heart wrenching and heartwarming at the same time. This is a top tier show.
I often wonder like if, and they're making so much money off this show, but if often like will the animation become like what standard just good animation is
from Demon Slayer?
Yeah.
I mean, it's fantastic. So I hope that becomes a standard.
I hope so as well. Like the new Jujutsu Kaisen season or the movie that's going to come out in December, I'm hoping has like the same level of animation that Demon Slayer does. I mean, the first season of Jujutsu Kaisen was heavy, so I just hope that like for the big shows like Juju and Demon Slayer's actual season 2, not the movie, carries this level of animation. Because right now we're watching movie level animation, broken up as episodes.
Yeah.
So like it will be a little weird if they like, because Naruto did this like in the movie that they did in theaters, Land of the Snow, like it was awesome, and then you go back to watching it and you're like, oh, like this was filmed in 2005, this was animated in 2005. I just hope that doesn't happen for the entertainment district that we're going to get in December.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
Do you I don't really have much, like I couldn't even write like a 3-sentence thing for Demon Slayer. I feel maybe it's because I've seen it already. I don't really have much more to say about it.
Me neither. It's kind of like, and everyone's pretty much seen it too, so it's kind of just like we're watching it for fun. Damn. My mouse fell off my desk. Yeah, we're just kind of watching it for fun. Everyone's already seen it, so there's not much to say other than next week.
We got like 6 of these episodes that are the movie. Next week we'll get into the new stuff for me though, so I'm excited.
Cool. Yeah, so that I think where is my excitement lies for this movie television arc retelling, because you haven't seen it. So like there are a lot of things that you don't know that's going to happen. that you're going to find out. And you are going to, I think at the end of this movie, you're going to love this series a lot more. That's all I'm going to say.
Love to hear that.
That's how I'm going to put it.
Good. Make me excited.
Yeah. But you won't have to go through I'm excited for the entertainment district when this is over, though. Because when this is over, you're going to be like, I fucking need to know what happens next. And you're going to be like, okay, next week we're going to brand new episode for everyone. You're lucky in that regard.
Good. Yeah. That was my whole plan. That's why I didn't watch the movie.
Oh yeah, that's why.
That's why.
Yeah, that's fucking why. I bet. And then our last show,
86. Can I give my? It's only 2 sentences.
Okay, let's see it.
It's Shin continues to be too good for those that are around him.
True.
And don't have a heart-to-heart in this show because you're gonna die.
Okay, we're gonna hold that real quick. Mine is Shin can't make any friends. The Confederacy do be getting cheeks clapped though, and our best boy is back in action. Yeah, never have a heart-to-heart in this show. Like literally ever.
Nope.
Do not have a heart-to-heart.
What was his name? Eugene.
Yeah,
we got to know him a little too much.
Oh God, we got to know him. I was like, Eugene, put the trinket photo away, bro. Put that away, homie. Like you are with people who carry nothing but bad luck. Like you finna die, homie. You finna die.
Yeah, and what happens?
And he died.
He was such a nice boy too. All he cared about was his little sister and keeping her safe.
Oh,
and his dying wish was to see the picture of her. Of course,
that was so. I can't. That was horrible. I can't wait to take a leave. I'm gonna take my little sister to the amusement park or the zoo or maybe shopping because that's what little girls like to do. And then the next scene, his body is here. His arm is over there with the trinket in the hand with it blown up over him. And he asks Shin to show him the photo, and he just like clicks it open, like shows. He's just like, duh. I'm like, that's gruesome. That's gruesome. And then Shin does what Shin does.
Mm-hmm.
Puts a bullet in his head.
And I was wondering about that. Like, is Jihad, the Confederacy, Jihad, do they know about killing their soldiers so they don't get turned into the Legion? Like, are they okay with him doing that? Because some other soldiers saw him doing it. They're like, you could have saved him. And Shin's just like, no, he's dead. So like Shin was doing that on his own. That wasn't part of like Republic telling him to do it. So he was doing it. So like, is he going to get in trouble for doing that?
I don't know. That's the craziest thing. It almost feels like Shin, and we got this vibe from the very beginning of the episode where he was just like, he got railed out by his commanding officer, where he was just like doing things in their Vanderguard without anyone telling him to do it, or he was doing stuff that they didn't approve of. And he's just kind of like, yeah, I did what I had to do. Like, regardless, like, it doesn't matter. Like, I jumped, even though we're not supposed to, like, I don't care. And yeah, I don't think they necessarily approved of it. I don't know if they know that. I guess the one dude did say to him, why did you do that? You shouldn't have done that. You could have saved him. And then the other guy rolled up who was, I think, of a higher command, kind of told him to just like let it be. So it almost feels like Shin, maybe the higher ups know. Yeah. And the guys who are doing the ground fighting don't know.
Yeah, you might be right. But they found his collection of all the tags. Yeah. 575 tags. And they were like, they thought it was just like a memoriam of people who have lost, and they made a memorial out of it. But do they know that he killed all 575 of those people?
No, I don't think they know. I really don't think. I think they might think that he's just commemorating his friends, which he is, but he killed them. Right. Well, he ended their He made it so they wouldn't be taken, their brains would be taken and put into autonomous robots that they would eventually have to fight.
Exactly. Which I guess we should clarify. He didn't kill all 575 people before him did. He carried on their like that was
Oh,
their thing, and because
every
he didn't.
head.
Yeah, right. Like he became the guy who was the Reaper, but he carried that on for people before, and that
He
was like his
did.
goal. I just wanted to clarify that. But dude, Fido's
Thanks.
back.
Fido's back. I know. And they like, so first off, happy that he's back. Really stoked on that. Second, I don't know if this is all necessarily good. Um, I feel like they're doing a lot for them that I don't see why they would. Like they create a memorial of their fallen comrades. They put all the dog tags in the memorial. They got Fido off the battlefield. They repurposed him. They put his core back in new pieces. Boom, he's back. They're doing a lot of stuff for them, man.
Yeah, what are they trying? What's the real goal here?
What is the real goal? It really does seem like they want to like kind of like make them sympathize. I don't know, like use them as tools almost.
That's the vibe I was getting. Like, they want to attack the Republic or something. Like they have some insiders that the Republic think are dead. Maybe they're trying to change, like convert them to the jihad.
That's almost kind of what it feels like. Like everyone's super nice, but like then again, like no one really. I don't know. It's weird. Like they did pull a coup d'etat on the Legion. Like they at one point were fighting the people that they are now joined up with. Mm-hmm. And it doesn't feel right. Yeah. And like considering the fact that we haven't seen Lena in 2 episodes also doesn't feel right.
Mm-hmm. Like since they've gotten to this place, something's off.
It does. It feels like almost like we're going to see them become like they're going to be integrated with the Federacy, but then they're going to attack San Magnolia and might have to kill everyone that's there. And they're not going to want to kill Lena. And it's going to turn into this, like, these are the people that helped us. And like, your people hated us. You're the only one that we actually like here. And it turns into like this battle of like morality and how, if they want to hurt the person that helped them so much.
Yeah. I honestly have no idea what, like, usually I have some sort of semblance of a future story, but I have no idea where this is going. I think you give a good point that if they are trying to, but then again, they don't even know what Lena looks like. She doesn't know what they look like.
Bro, you're right. They have no idea what each other looks like.
No.
They have no clue.
Where is this going?
I have no idea. Where is this going?
What I want to happen is them to get reunited with Lena and actually meet face to face. But they're 86 and they're not allowed in the Republic. It's a lot of conflict going on here.
There is a lot, and I just feel like there's going to be a point where they are going to attack San Magnolia. They're going to have to fight Lena's crew. Like, I think that's what's going to end up happening.
Yeah, it's a good guess.
They're going to fight Lena's crew, and like whatever the Cyclops, Cyclone, whatever her name is going to go head to head with Shin, and like eventually she's going to be like, "Oh my God, Shin!"
Mm-hmm.
Oh, a second, you're frozen again. Oh, you're good.
Are you sure I'm not just standing still?
You were like posed like this.
Yeah, I was.
Oh shit, for real? Yeah. Oh my God, I thought you were frozen. Oh my
Keep
God.
that in. Keep that in.
Keep that in. Keep that in. Oh my gosh. Okay. So
this is one of the shows that I look forward to watching every week because I just need to know. I've gone very close to these characters.
Yeah, me too. And we're already 25% of the way through this season, which is like almost like I feel like we haven't gotten enough, and I don't know if we will get enough because it almost feels like this was supposed to be full 24 episodes, and we were supposed to watch this through spring or winter and spring.
Yeah.
Or spring and summer, but we had a break through summer, and it was almost like we're definitely going to get left on a cliffhanger. I can already tell.
Of course we are. There's no happiness in this show.
There is no happiness in this show. We're all getting clapped, honestly. But yeah, 86 next week will be episode 4.
Check back with us for our thrilling review. Did you want to talk about Naruto and all?
No, that's pretty much all I got through is those few episodes. So I'll watch a few more and we'll get back to it.
Well, what about what's your boy Sasuke doing?
He's in the I haven't seen him. They put him in the crate and they sealed him up, and they haven't done anything with him since.
Yeah, but he went with them.
Yes, he absolutely did.
He's to get power.
Yeah, I think ultimately I think it's a bluff on Sasuke's part. Like, he's gonna link with that. He linked with them. They're gonna give him the power because he knows he can't. Like, we're seeing throughout the series that after he got that evil mark, the curse mark, that he couldn't go further past his power limit, and he knows that's a limiter, especially when he needs to kill. I think he needs to kill his brother, or he wants to at least. He definitely can't do it because his brother's hella strong. So he's going to do anything he can, but I also don't think he's going to God, I can't think of the word. Betray the Leaf Village.
Okay.
Or he does, and he becomes the main villain throughout the entirety of Shippuden, and then whatever. But I don't think that'll happen. I think they're going to remain as a crew. They have to. But I think it's just a bluff, pretty much. He got the power. He's going to come out the power. He's going to whoop their ass, and then that's going to be it. They're going to link up with him, and they're going to try to fight the other dudes again, and they're not going to be able to win. And then he's going to come out and he's going to whoop off 3 of their asses, and then they're all going to bounce
like a butterfly coming out of his cocoon.
Yeah, exactly. And it's going to be he's the one that's going to save all of them, and he's going to be hella strong. And then Naruto is going to get pissed because now Sasuke has surpassed Naruto. Because, and I don't know if this will be a contentious opinion or not, but I do think that currently, before he goes into that basket, that Naruto is stronger than Sasuke.
And we saw them fight, right?
Yeah,
that little fight, and with the thing with the water coolers or whatever.
Yeah, and he Sasuke put a big hole through it, and then Naruto put the small little dinky hole, and then he jumps down, and then Naruto's hole is the entirety of the water, and he's like, "Oh, I'm gonna kill you, Naruto." Yes, that just proved that Naruto is stronger than Sasuke at this current moment. So, but then I think Naruto's gonna get fired up and want to gain power somehow after that, but I don't know how he's gonna do that.
Just binge it. We need to talk about this again.
I know. I know.
You're in a really good spot in the show. Binge-worthy spot.
Is it?
Oh, yeah.
All right. I'll put some time in this weekend.
Yeah, good.
I'll definitely put some time in and get 20 episodes in this weekend.
Good.
And then next week we'll come back and we'll talk about it. Because I think I'm on episode 114. If I remember correctly. Got to check my anime list to see where I'm at. What am I watching? I'm watching 24 shows this season, Nick.
Oh my God, Damien.
Yeah, we haven't even done it, Damien. Next week, my throat hurts, so I can't really talk. But my Damien gets fired up next week is going to be insane because most of the shows will be on episode 3. So we're going to go over what I'm watching, what I'm dropping, what I'm continuing with, etc. Yeah, I'm on episode 1 at 113.
I think that's a good segue to tell everyone to subscribe so you don't miss Damien Gets Fired Up next week.
Yes, thank you everyone for coming to the 47th club meeting, where we're 2 wannabe weebs, where we detail the season's newest shows and sometimes an analysis of old favorites. You can find us at akiculture.club or at Aki Culture Club on social media.
You heard it. There's only one way to end these.
Peace out.
See ya.